For 50 years, the world ran on an unwritten rule. Oil was traded in dollars. This rule was neither accidental nor natural. The United States created it, building the financial empire of the century. But today, the foundations of that empire are shaking. A new agreement between Saudi Arabia and China has sent shockwaves across the globe, marking the end of one era and the beginning of a new, uncertain, and potentially dangerous order. The 1970s. The world was in the midst of an energy crisis. The U.S. had just abandoned the gold standard and was facing economic turmoil. In the midst of this chaos, Washington took a step that would change history: a secret agreement with Saudi Arabia. The deal was simple. Saudi Arabia would sell oil exclusively in dollars. The U.S. would provide security and political support. Soon after, OPEC followed suit, and the Petrodollar system was born. Every country buying oil first had to acquire dollars. A permanent demand for the U.S. currency was established. But the story didn't end there. Petrodollars flowed back into the U.S. economy, primarily through Treasury bonds. This cycle fueled massive spending, military ventures, and low interest rates, all financed by the world. First cracks: the rise of China. Decades passed. China, the factory of the world, became the largest oil consumer. The key question arose: why should we buy energy using the currency of our strategic rival? Meanwhile, the U.S. shale revolution made America energy independent. The old dependency on Middle Eastern oil disappeared. This shifted the balance of power between Washington and Riyadh. Saudi Arabia's gaze began turning east toward China. The shock of 2022. After the war in Ukraine, the U.S. froze Russia's foreign currency assets. Hundreds of billions of dollars vanished overnight. The message was clear: the dollar can be used as a weapon. China and Saudi Arabia took note. The birth of the Petro-yuan. Saudi Arabia made a historic move: oil sales to China denominated in yuan. China strengthened the yuan's credibility by linking oil contracts to gold. Countries could convert yuan earnings into real gold. The message was clear: if you don't trust the dollar, here is a safer alternative. The rise of a multipolar world. BRICS expanded. Countries increasingly traded in local currencies. Efforts were made to create payment systems independent of SWIFT. The global financial order was slowly leaving its unipolar past. The consequences were clear. The dollar no longer enjoys guaranteed demand. U.S. costs rise. Sanctions lose their former impact. China gains greater influence. Saudi Arabia evolves from a dependent ally to an independent player. The world is moving from a predictable, uniform era into a complex, competitive, and volatile new age. The petrodollar won't collapse overnight, but the era of unquestioned dominance is over. Money is no longer just a medium of exchange. It is a weapon, a shield, and a map for the division of future power. Two critical questions remain. Is the world ready to manage a global economy without a single dominant financial power? And in the competition between dollars, yuan, gold, and emerging currencies, which nation will shape the future of the global economy?